Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me on this Saturday afternoon, evening, night, whatever. Very happy to have you today, my friends. We're going to be breaking down all the live plays in the Discord throughout the week for SPY. I'm be showing you our wins, our losers, opening the doors, and giving you all the education you need to succeed. All right. So if you're ready, let's step into the war zone. First and foremost, let me shout some of you out. Who's here in the building today? Let me know where you're tuning in from tonight. Glenn, what's going on? One Cap, what's going on? Bad Indie in the building. Trading Wars Army. Kevin Lowe. Anthony, what's going on? Luca, Happy Hookers Fishing. Good to see you, bro. Mindy, what's going on? Good to see you guys. All right. Who else do we have? Tushar, what's going on? Good to see you guys. Okay, so let's begin. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the Friday price action. Okay, so Friday obviously was the most craziest day of this week. We had this trend day. So the first thing you want to do here, guys, I'm going to go to 3 minute to start. And what you want to do here is you want to take a line and draw the low. Okay, that's the first thing. And the reason that's important is because when you draw the low, it's going to help you to figure out where you are in reference to the key levels. And that's going to determine what kind of strategy you want to use, right? So the first bar comes in here, boom. So this is the first 3 minute candle right here, guys. And the first thing that I tried here was an opening range breakout. And with the opening range breakout, I love to use it when we gap below the low or above the high because I'm expecting volatility. So I'm always expecting volatility with a gap like this. So what we do here, guys, with an opening range breakout, hit me with a 1 if you're familiar with the opening range breakout. I'm going to zoom into the candle to show you. With the opening range breakout, guys, we have a high and a low. Very simple. So we have a high and a low. And what we're looking for is to take advantage of momentum. So for example, if we break above the high, we want to go long. And if we break below the low, we want to go short. Okay. What's going on, Tom? Trading Wars Army, STK. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Ernesto, what's going on? So what we do is while this bar is closing, we have an order to go long and an order to go short. So we broke. So right here, guys, this candle, it's really hard to see. So I'll go to the 1 minute so we can see it closely. Okay. So here was the first 3 minutes. So what I do here is I like to take a Fibonacci from the low to the high like this. So we got filled long. Okay. So we got filled long right here. And the first target I always go for is a 272. And then I go for the 50 and 618 and so on and so forth. So we got long right off the bat and we're able to get two targets, the 272 and the 50. And then from there, we reversed. And if we go back to the 3 minute chart, once I saw this candle come in here, guys, on the 3 minute, I knew I needed to short immediately. And the reason is because of the way that this candle came. It pushed up and it trapped the bulls. You could see, and it used the previous low. So this is Thursday's low. It used the previous low as resistance as well, and it turned around, right? So let me get you through the live commentary. So let me just walk you through everything that we did, okay? So there was two trades. The first one was a long right here. So good morning, friends. So we went long at 9:33. 8:33 Central. We hit the targets there, guys, and then we got trailed out on the rest. And then I flipped right here using that outside bar, and I went short at 8:38 Central. Okay, so once this bar closed, this is a bar that comes up on my indicators. This is the Trading Wars Golden Indicators. Okay, so this is my indicator. A lot of people use it. A lot of people charge other people subscriptions to use my free indicators, which is wrong, but that's what they do. So anyways, we have an outside bar here, guys. So how do you play the outside bar now? It's the same way you play the orb. If it breaks above the high, you go long. If it breaks below the low, you go short. Okay. So we were able to get in short right here. Once we broke this low right around 435.88, we did have a little bit of a retest, guys, and then it started going berserk, right? So what I like to do, it's the same thing. I take the Fibonacci on the candle now, the opposite way, and I start taking profits, 272, 50, 618, 76. These are just my standard targets, and I take them every single time. And then you could see here, dropping fast, 3 targets, hits on Fib, send me a heart, boom, hit. So we got a nice drop there, and I left a runner on, and this runner was beautiful, guys, because I'm about to fast forward. Check this out. Boom. Right into the close. So we shorted all the way back up here. Okay. We shorted all the way back up here, and this one ran right into the close. Okay, so the next play that we took only in the small account challenge was the Fibonacci leg. And the Fibonacci leg, guys, it's very important for you guys to learn this. In this market that we're in, it's going to be very volatile, and the option premiums are going to be extremely expensive. So if you want to make money, you have to do the opposite of what the market is doing. So let me explain that to you. So I'm going to replay this. I'm going to go to a 5-minute chart, and I'm going to walk you through this slowly. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to walk you through slowly. So we're going to hit the replay. Okay. So the first candle, here we go. One thing that I want to mention here is if I actually went for a 5-minute ORB, so this was the opening range breakout on the 5-minute. If I went for the 5-minute instead of the 3-minute, I've actually would have caught the short right away. So in hindsight, I wish I took the 5-minute, but hindsight is hindsight, right? But I'm always testing both the 3-minute and the 5-minute for its effectively, whatever. I'm always testing the 3 versus the 5 to see which one is more profitable. And for my style, the 3-minute chart works a little bit better for me. But if I notice that the 5-minute ORB is starting to outperform, I will switch back to the 5 because I used to just do the 5. But you could see if you were on the 5-minute chart, you would have hit the orb, no problem. That would have been it for the rest of the day. You would have made, 200-300%. Would have been nice. Okay. But in this market, what I want to teach you is the Fibonacci legs, because the Fibonacci legs is doing the opposite of what's on the chart. If the market is going up, you're buying puts. If the market is going down, you're buying calls. You're doing the opposite. And this allows you to get the best risk reward. It allows you to get options for a cheaper price. It's like you're going into Five Below and you're buying a bottle of Hennessy in Five Below for $5. You would rather do that instead of going into Publix and paying the full price. You understand what I'm saying? Hit me with a 10 if you guys understand what I'm saying. Let me just take a sip of this lemon ginger tea. Our goal as traders is to always get good deals. And let me explain this to you, okay? Let me write this down because this is probably the most important part of the lesson right here. With a 2-to-1 risk to reward, how many trades out of 100 do we need in order to be profitable? What's the answer to that? What's the answer to that? How many trades if we go for a 2-to-1 risk to reward? So what does that mean? It means that when we win 200. When we lose 100. Okay, so or if we win 2,000. When we lose 1,000. Whatever your loser is, you're doubling that. Okay, so how many trades out of 100 do we need to in order to make a profit? What do you guys think? So this is the fundamental parts of my book. This is risk management, very important. If you don't understand this part of the game, doesn't matter how well you trade, you're going to lose money eventually. Okay, so 34. So you only need to win 34 out of 100 trades in order to make money. And I'm going to show you something which is insane. I'm going to show you something when we go back a little bit earlier in the week. We got 17 times our money. I'm going to show you that a little bit later, okay? But here we go. So we're looking for a good deal. So what we do here with the Fib is, with the Fibonacci, it's like you let the market show its hand. Okay, it has pocket aces, and then we come in. So here we go. So we had that first push down. So whenever you have a first push down, this is what I call the morning leg from my book. You take the Fibonacci from the high and you bring it down to the low like this. If we make a new low, you just continue to move your anchor lower and lower, okay? So in this case here, we tag the 50% and then we drop. But what we're really looking for here, you could trade the 50, but I like to trade the 618 and above. This is my golden zone here. From the 618 and above, that's where I want to enter positions because it gives me the best risk to reward. Okay, so 50, I like to trim it a little bit up to here, and then I like to put it all the way up to here for my short zone. Okay, so we pop back up here, guys. Then we got filled on the 618 right there, and then we had a huge rollover. Okay, so this is the best play of the day by far, because when you're coming up here, what do you think is happening to the puts price? What do you guys think? When the market is going back up, what's going to happen to the puts price? When you're going short, what's going to happen to the puts price? What do you guys think? While you guys are thinking about that, let me go ahead and get my brother's channel up here so you can follow along with the small account challenge. Okay, I'll bring that up. All right. So this trade we took in the small account challenge on Friday. So here we go. This was the same play. We got short 618 entry fill to the penny. That's how you know Fibonacci is amazing, because we got filled to the penny, guys. And then here we go. Here we went short there, $205.22 on the small account challenge. Pretty good. Okay, so there we go. Right, so yeah, you're gonna get a better deal. So that's what goes back to our risk to reward. So now you're gonna maximize your risk to reward because you're getting a better deal. All right, and let me fast forward. Bam. Right, so that was a really nice day. I really think Friday was a great day to make money. Many opportunities. And even if you're long in your other portfolios, guys, if you're long doing other things, you need to be able to day trade and take some of these shorts to hedge your longer term portfolios. Okay, hit me with a 10 if you followed me on Friday. Did that make sense? That was a recap on Friday. Those were the best trading opportunities. Personally, I called out the 3-minute orb, which got to 2 targets, and the 3-minute outside bar, which was the big winner, and then the Fibonacci leg small account challenge. All right, so that's Friday. A lot going on there. Really nice. Really nice. Okay, so now we go on to Thursday. So I'm gonna hit the replay and then I'm gonna walk you guys through. Okay, so same thing now. I'm gonna mark the high of the day because now we're gapping up. See, we gapped up. Okay, I gotta hit the replay again because I gotta start on the 3-minute chart because that's where we start our days when we gap up. Okay, so here we go. So here's the first 3-minute bar, guys. We have a gap up. All right. So it's the same thing that I want to do. I'm going to take an orb here, but you're going to see what I do to enhance this opening range breakout. I enhance this one. I make it into a big winner. Okay. So watch me here now. So the first thing that I did here, guys, I'm going to take the Fibonacci from the low to the high like this. Okay. And I'm going to just anchor it there. And I'm going to go to the live commentary and walk you guys through. So the first thing we did right up here. So we got long at 8:33 Central, 9:33 Eastern, which is the opening range breakout. So the first candle came in here, boom, we got long. Okay, so we got filled long right when we broke the high. Now watch this, guys. Okay, we got long, we got a first target, and then we started to pull back. Okay, so what I did here is I took my fib on the first two candles like this, and I added on the 786, which was right around here, 448.84. So I'll show you here. So you can see here, I added 448.84, added long. So I took a position, I started off, and then I added one more time to it. And then over there, guys, all I did once I got in here on the 786, I got a good deal. And as we started popping up right here, boom, I started selling as we hit these targets, these Fibonacci back up. And then my last position was sold once we made a new high right there. I left a little bit of a runner on, but the main goal is to make a new high. That's when you take targets. And the reason is this, because all of the rookies are going to be buying new highs and they're going to get crushed. You'll see what happens later. But we are going to wait for to sell. We're going to do the opposite of the rookies. Okay. And I mentioned in the Discord as well that 450 is going to be a very powerful psychological number. And you're going to watch something very impressive. The high of the week and the high on this day was 450.01. And those psychological numbers, guys, are what really is important to watch. So you can see here, we got this, we hit our targets. Here we go, boom, 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 boom. So that's when we locked in there. And then you'll see a little bit earlier in the day that I mentioned to everybody, 450.02. That's where we're looking at here. 450 is going to be a big number for SPY. So be ready to lock some in if we get there. And as soon as we got there, guys, it turned. And as you'll see here, let me fast forward. That was the high of the week. Look at that right there, guys. That's crazy, eh? That is crazy. We had one more winner in here, which was a trigger. So a trigger, guys, is just an automated level that we trade off of. It's just basically like, if it breaks this level, go long. If it breaks this level, go short. So we wanted to short here at 443.89. So these are, I post those every night before the market so people can automatically trade those. You don't have to wait for the price action. So it's actually this day, 438.49. No, sorry, 443.89. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one right here. Okay, 443.89. So I'm going to make this in red so we can see it. And I'm going to get rid of this line here now. Okay, so a trigger, guys, is like a line in the sand. All right. So we're saying basically, once we, break this level, it can continue to go lower. It's a line in the sand. So I want to show you guys the specifics. So we came down here, guys, we broke this line and we pushed, we came back up and we pushed again. And that's a really nice way we want to see these lines break. One break, come up, break again. That's a double confirmation. But what makes this pattern really, really nice, guys, is we had the Trading Wars Nirvana. The Trading Wars Nirvana is one of the rarest patterns. It doesn't happen often. This one happened right at the level, which gave us a lot of confidence that this was going to be a nice winner. Okay, so this one, guys, was the short later in the day, took us down. It was a pretty easy trade, guys. So really, really nice. So overall, very, very happy with that day. Very fair. There was something for the bulls up here, and then there was something for the bears all the way up here as well as down here. All right, hit me with a 10 if you're following me so far. So that was Friday and Thursday's price action. We're going to move on to Wednesday. Okay, hit me with a 10 if you're following me there. I'm going to hit the replay. Try to keep it to like 2 or 3 trades a day, guys. We don't want to go more than that because when you do that, you have the risk of over trading, and that is probably the biggest killer of accounts. It's over trading. So you don't want to let that happen. So here we go. First bar comes in on Wednesday. So you already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit an opening range breakout. You guys know I love the opening range breakout. We break below the low. I got short, and then we started to fill this gap. So the opening range breakout right on the morning, guys, was exceptional, beautiful play. Let me go ahead here and show you the live commentary to just show you the evidence. So here we go. This was the 20th. So we went short 934, target 446.45, send some energy to the downside. So we had a little bit of chop, but then we hit it. Boom. We got the flush target. So I always lay out the targets for everybody so we know what we're doing, guys. We don't just go in blind. All right. So we came back down to the gap fill, and then the money play came in, guys. The Fibonacci, this bounce, right? So we started to bounce back up. And I really want you guys, let's pause for a second, okay? Because this one play here, I'm going to go to the 5 to show it a little bit easier. But this one play here can change your life, okay? This is called the triple Fibonacci strategy. It's a very powerful strategy. I want you, let's take a pause. Let's take a pause here. Okay. Hit me with a 5 when you got the pen and the pad out. Hit me with a 5. This is going to be very important. This one trade here paid for the whole month. Okay. Like if you're a trader trading full time, this will pay for the full month. Like of all you, like you could lose the rest of the month and still make money. Okay. So watch this. We're going to first go to Derry's account. He executed this on the small account challenge right here. All right. Okay. So Derry, he risked $100. His R is 100. So each trade he risked 100, and he made 1,700 basically. He made 17 times his money on this trade. So whatever your amount is, so if your amount is 1,000, you're going to make 17,000. If your amount is 10,000, you're going to make 170,000, and so on and so forth. It's all multiples. The way you trade a small account and a large account, there's no difference except for the size. The strategy is the same. Okay. And the fib, this just is beautiful. Okay. So let me just show you here. This is the profit from that trade. And now this is the trade. I'm going to walk you through this. All right. So we go to the 5. Okay. So this is why I really, really want you guys to, trade the fibs. Okay. This is very important. So now let's begin. So again, it's the same thing like Friday. We have our anchor on our high, and here's our low. But now here's a triple fib strategy. So remember I told you my zone is a 618 all the way up to this 90% mark. Okay. That's where I want to short. So how do you take this and put it on steroids? This is what you do. So we draw the line now, 618. Okay. I'm going to make the fibs in green. So 618, 786, and 90. Okay. Right here. So what we do right here, guys, is every time. Okay, so let me remove the box. Anytime it touches one of these Fibonacci levels, we enter a short position. So we add short, okay? And I'm going to draw it up right now. So here we go. First candle comes in there, boom. So we get filled on the 618. So I'm going to take this and draw the short position like this, okay? So that's the first trade right there. So that's 1, all right? Real question. How many of you would have felt a little bit scared taking a short here? I mean, we're going up. We have green candles. It looks really scary. Hit me with a 1 if you would feel scared taking a short there. Hit me with a 2 if not. Okay. And this is where the Fibonacci becomes so powerful because it's anticipating where the algorithms are going to be before they get there. We don't need nothing else. We just need the fibs to show us this, to give us the insight. We don't need to look at this pivot, this flow, that flow. We don't need a spoon or a fork or a cup. We don't need those. We let the fibs do the work. So here we go. So there's the first short. The next one comes in here. There's your 786. And then here again, we hit this short here now. So I'm showing you 3 plays, right? So now here's the set. So the stop is always at the high of the day. And then we're waiting for one more, which is on the 90. So there's your 90 and there's your last short right here. So boom. Okay. And then I want to put it in here. Boom. So those are 3 trades. So you're stacked up now. So you came in. Okay. You got your 618, your 786, your 90. You're fully loaded. You have your stop here at the high of the day. So we turn the corner immediately right there. Okay. So for most people, you should take profits right there and be done. Okay. But this strategy that me and Derry are developing for the small account, it's a big home run strategy, right? It's a home run. So what we wait for instead is we look for the 0.169 extension as our target. We just set the stop loss put the target in, and walk away. And you're going to see it's a little bit crazy here, right? Because we comes back all the way up here, guys. Check that out. Comes back all the way up here, almost to stop us out. But obviously, you could have taken profits many, many times, right? So I'm just showing you guys for scalpers, for anybody else. And then let's go to the Twitter now. Okay, so let's go to the Twitter now. So I'm going to show you guys this call out here, okay? All right, so this was the call out I did on April 20th. So a lot of times I'll share things for free. Okay, so make sure you're following the Twitter. I love you guys. This is how I started. I started by just sharing everything for free. I just gave all of my call outs for free. So I'll keep doing that for the community. That's why my indicators are for free. Okay, I will always do that for you guys. So this was the same play here. You see that? So I said, SPY, last chance for the bears here to defend the high of the day. I'm short into the close, stops at high of the day. Good luck, friends. I also posted this in the Discord right here. Okay, so this was at 12:54, April 20th. Okay, and then from here, right here, guys, we flipped over, took some time there, hit the targets there, bam. And I just want you to notice now, I'm going to pull this over. We actually tagged the 272. So I don't get greedy. I look for the 0.169, but the 272, if you're playing the other way, right? If you're playing the other way, then you can actually take this long. All right. So that's another trick that we do too. You can play this long. And then from there, guys, so we got to our target and then we closed like that. Okay. So now think about it like this. So let me get rid of the fib. So, and I'm going to pull all of these targets down to target. Okay. So let me get rid of everything here. So then I'm just going to use the target tool and I'm going to show you. Okay. So here's the target tool. So we got to make sure this lines up here. All right. So if I bring all of these down, okay, this is how you measure your profitability. Bring all of these down to the target. Now watch. So on the 90, you're making about 11 times your money. On the 786, you're making 4.5 times your money. And on the 618, which is, can't even get to it. The 618, which is in there right here, you're making about 2 times your money. When you add it all together, you're about 17 times your money. So what that means is you can lose 17 more trades and still break even. So that was the monster. That trade here will pay for the whole of April and probably May in terms of our profitability where we want to be. All right. Hit me with a 10 if that makes sense to you. Hit me with a 10. So with the fib, it's not always going to go to the 90, but you always have your order waiting there. We anticipate. Orders are always waiting. We wait. We have the order sitting. If it doesn't come to the 90, it's okay. We take the 618. We take however deep it wants to go. We're ready for that. The main thing is that we are getting a deal. Write that down. We're getting a deal. If I short up here, the calls are going to be cheap. But most of you guys are shorting here, here, here. You're shorting at the bottom because that's when your 2 lines are going to cross on your MACD or whatever the hell it is. That's when it's going to cross down there. That's when your death cross and all that crap is going to come in right here. That's when you're going to short. The point is not about if it works. The point is this: when you're right, you have to make money as much as you can. You have to make money as much as you can because no one is going to be right 100% of the time. And when you're right, most of you, this is how you guys trade. Okay, this is harsh, but most of you guys, you make 20 bucks on a trade and lose 100. Hit me with a 1 if that sounds familiar. You make $20 on a trade, but you lose 100. Tell me if that sounds familiar. Hit me with the 1 if that's familiar. I used to be there. The reason is because you want to feel comfortable, like human nature. You want to feel comfortable. You don't want to take risks. You don't when the market is going up, you don't want to short because it feels bad. It feels wrong. Everybody else is telling you that it's going to go to new all-time highs, so you want to do that. But just remember, guys, the most important thing is get a deal. Let's get a deal. Buy lottos, calls, puts, whatever. Get it for a deal. Get it for cheap. So when you hit it, you're going to make so much money relative to your risk, right, that it's going to go ahead and cover you for the month. All right? Hit me with 11 if that makes sense. And then we're going to go on to the 2 last days, which were Tuesday and Monday. All right. So this channel right here, TW Dairy, Trading Wars Dairy, that's my younger brother. Okay. He only trades fibs. He's on day 64. Okay. Only fibs. Follow this channel. Look at these. There's notes everywhere. There's broker statement every day. Follow it. Trust me. We sat down and we said, look, we want to do something for the people that is authentic. We show the broker statements every day. We're doing a real small account challenge, not no put in 1,000 and become a millionaire, which never, that you guys know that's not real, right? Okay. Like that, this is what you can expect, the reality of trading. Okay. So let's continue. So here we go. So I'm going to hit the replay right here. All right. Boom, 9:30. Okay. So here we go. Here's my low. And my high is right around here. All right. So this day, which was the 19th, was a little bit tricky because if you guys look at this, right, we opened, okay, so we opened basically in the middle. So anytime we open in the middle, I'm always skeptical because it doesn't show really true momentum. It means that both the buyers and the sellers are okay because we're not breaking their stop loss at the open. Anytime we break somebody's stop loss at the open, that's when we can expect a lot of volatility. So I waited here, guys. Let me walk you through this, okay? The first thing that I have to draw here also is the trigger. The trigger comes back into play on this day, which is the 19th. Okay, so the trigger long is 439.34. So we'll pay attention to that level as well. So 439.34 right there. So I'll put this in red. Okay, so first 5-minute comes here. So we go in here, we have an inside bar. So I got faked out on this inside bar, guys. This was a straight up loss for me. I went short. So you could see it right here. Okay, this inside bar, it broke down and I went short. It broke down and then flipped. Okay, and as soon as it flipped, guys, it created a nirvana. So the nirvana is the blue, right? That's the blue part of my indicator. It created the nirvana, and this line right here was my trigger. So I had my stop loss right here on the top of this inside bar. As soon as I got stopped out, I flipped because I realized that it's going to complete a nirvana. And that's why I wanted to take that. Okay, so let me go back to the live commentary. Let me walk you through. So this was what day? 19th. Okay, so I'll go here. I'll walk you guys through that. So I took a loser right off the bat. Sometimes that happens, right? So here you go. So we went short in the morning, sent some energy, didn't work out, got stopped out, and then I went. So here's the trigger long, and then we went long. So we got long at 8:43, which is 9:43 Eastern. So that was when we flipped back up here, guys, and then boom, that's all she wrote on the day. So let me fix that for you guys. So that's all she wrote. So once we got that nirvana, it was a trend day after that. So sometimes, guys, you're gonna have to flip, right? But it's fine if you know where your stop is. So whenever you're trading a bar, we always risk a bar, right? We don't risk more than if you're trading an inside bar, your stop is always on the other side. You don't risk more. So you have a very small risk, right? If it breaks the inside bar, you get out, okay? And then you're able to flip, move on to your next position, which could be the opposite of what you're doing. All right. So that was it. So hit me with a 9 if you follow me there so far. Hit me with a 9 if you follow me so far. The difference, guys, between a lot of people and myself and just people in general that think they know everything, it's fine. There's 100 million ways to make money in the stock market. Trust me. But I come here every single week and I show my evidence and my proof. I'm an auditor by trade, right? I come here every single week. I show my call outs. I give the free education and I give my indicators for free. So if someone can't do that, then that's not enough for the community. Okay. In my opinion, if people are just going to post, they made 15,000%, but not show the evidence, who knows what they really made. Okay. So let's continue. All right. So the last day we're going to do is Monday. Okay. So we're going to do Monday right here. I'm going to hit the bar here. Boom. All right. So Monday, right off the bat, we opened a little bit lower than the low right here. So I'm going to draw this. Boom. So we opened right here, guys. So this is what happened on this day. The candle was so big, right? It was very bullish, powerful candle. I didn't take an orb. And the reason is because the option premiums were extremely, extremely high. Whenever you have a big candle right at the open, the premiums are going to kill you. So I passed on the orb and instead I had the trigger short. Okay. So the trigger short, let me show you where that was, which was right here. So the trigger short was 438.39. So I'm going to draw that for you guys, 438.39. Make this in yellow, orange. Okay. So right here, guys, we had the trigger. So the trigger is basically if we come back and we hit that trigger, we're automatically short. So that's an automated trade. So got in short right here on the orange line. And then we got this pattern here, guys. So it took a little bit of heat. Don't get me wrong. Took some heat. And then we had this pattern. Oh, I'm on the wrong time frame here. So we got to go back to the 5. Okay. So let me just hit the replay because I was looking for the Holy Grail, but I didn't see it because we were on the 3 minute. So let me show you guys that again. All right. So here we go. Boom, 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 boom. So that's the Holy Grail pattern. So the Holy Grail pattern is the outside bar followed by the inside bar. And it's when the yellow light comes down on my indicator, when the yellow comes. Okay. Boom. Corey Lewis with the $1.99. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you always donating. Thank you so much. So we had that right here, guys. And the Holy Grail is an advanced pattern. So what's an advanced pattern? Advanced pattern is basically a rare pattern. Doesn't happen often. Okay, you might see a few of them in a week. You won't see a lot of them. You're going to see a lot of inside bars. You're going to see a lot of outside bars. But with an outside bar plus an inside bar creates a Holy Grail. And that pattern is rare. Okay, so how do we trade that? The same thing. If we break the low, we go short. If we break the high, we go long. So ended up getting in that Holy Grail short right there, guys. That one took us back down. All the targets were hit there on the way down. And a little trick that I like to use, I was going against the fib here. So here's my low to my high. I was going against the fib. You see, this is a bullish fib. So if I'm going against it, if I'm fading, okay, which I only do if I have particular patterns, I'm going to cover on the Fibonacci targets because I know that's where the bulls are going to step in. And then you see the bulls stepped in here on same thing, right? So the 618, 786, 90, the bulls took it right there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Targets are always based on Fibonacci, always. And I always post my targets in the room. I always let people know where I'm going. Always fibs, because the fib is where the algorithm, where the robot can get out. And I don't want to be left stranded when the robot gets out. Okay. So here we go. Oh, there's one more play too that I got to show you guys. This one was nice. So we went short, 851. We got the Holy Grail right there. Took us to our target, 438.09. I had a runner left, and that runner got stopped out. So that was a nice play. All right, and I'm going to show you guys this now. I'm going to fast forward. So advanced patterns. Okay, like I said, so there's the Holy Grail, and the opposite of the Holy Grail, guys, the opposite of the Holy Grail is the Nirvana. The Nirvana is the blue one. Okay, so I like to look for these patterns a little bit later in the day as well. So right here, guys, we got this pattern right here. So this pattern, what is this? So this is a very rare pattern. It's a 3-bar pattern, inside, outside, inside. That's what we call the Ragnarok. So right here, I took lotto puts once we broke the low. So I called the lotto puts out in the room here. I'll show you guys right here. Trying short on the Ragnarok. Y'all here? Boom. And then we got this, guys, and we hit that lotto into the close. So I love taking those little lottos with these advanced patterns. I like taking them into the close. You get a good risk reward because remember, Monday, it's 0 DTE. Okay, Monday is 0 DTE. So what I do with that is if let's say I want to risk $200 on the trade, $300, I put in, that's all I put in. It's either going to go to 0 or I'm going to be able to double, maybe triple my money if I get a good lotto. So anytime I'm playing 0 days to expire, it's full risk trade. So that's what we did here with the lotto. We got the pattern, we broke down, we went all the way back into the close. Beautiful play. Oh, boom, man. There we go, guys. That was a long one. I hope I gave you all the education you needed there. Hit me with a 7 if you follow me right there. Trading Wars Golden Indicators. are my indicators. They're on my Twitter. They're in the YouTube link. You can add them. I'm going to also link them right now. So you guys can add them right here. I'm going to link them right now. Copy. And let me just paste it in the chat for you guys in case you don't have them. And almost everybody has them. Okay. So trying to get this going here. Been having an issue here loading Trendspider. Anybody else having an issue loading Trendspider? I wanted to show you guys some of the weekend homework that I did. But yeah, guys, just to summarize, another great week. The lotto's really paid. Like this lotto put paid. This fib paid. The biggest plays that are going to make you the most money are always going to be the ones where you have a good risk to reward. Fibonacci helps with that. 0 days to expire help with that if you hit it. Okay. But yeah, the main thing that I want to tell you guys right now is if we go back to the daily chart, I know a lot of you saw this yesterday, but I just want to explain this to you. So the market, so this is SPY. In the last 2 days, we dropped basically 5.5%. Okay. So we dropped, thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, brother. We dropped 5.5% basically in 2 days. All right. And I want this to sit in with you guys, or I want this to settle in with you guys. On average, the S&P 500 makes between 7 to 9% per year. This is on a 30-year horizon, right? So looking at the last 30 years, on average, this thing makes between 7 to 9%. When the market starts dropping 5.5% in 2 days, that's a red flag. What it means, it doesn't mean that it's going to crash, but what it means is that we're opening up volatility. What does that mean? Option prices are going to be extremely expensive. So if you don't know what you're doing, the premium makers are going to eat you alive. You have to be able to maximize the options when you play them or trade futures contracts. Like we trade futures contracts all the time. There's no option premium on that. Okay. The volatility going forward is going to be extremely, extremely large. And what I want to show you guys is the Fibonacci. Make sure do the opposite. That's the best thing that I can tell you. When it's coming back up, so here you have your leg down with push back up. That's when you want to short. Same thing over here, leg down, push back up. That's when you want to short. Right here, this one, there was no leg. So some days you're not going to have a leg because it can just go straight up. That's fine. That's not the way we trade fibs. We wait for the dip. Here was Monday. Push up, pull back, buy the dip, push up. So always be that person that's getting in on the pullback, especially when the option premiums are expensive, because that way you're going to get a deal. And you're not always going to be right. Like the fibs were really good this week, but some weeks they're not that great. But when you are right, like I showed you, you can make 17 times your money, for example. And then you could lose 17 more trades after that. So I really want you guys to focus on the fibs and add this. And even if you don't use the trade strategy, use it for your targets. Because I showed you how many times I use the Fibonacci for my targets because it helps me to know when I need to get out. Okay. Hit me with a 4 if that makes sense. Hit me with a 4 for the 4 horsemen. Hit me with a 4 if you enjoyed the stream today. And I'll take a sip on my tea right here. I think it's cold now. It's cold, unfortunately. Anyways, guys, we're gonna have to look at Trendspider tomorrow. I have Jake coming through tomorrow. And he's gonna be showing us some of his charting. Jake from Trendspider. Make sure you're there. He's a great guy. He has a lot of knowledge. We're going to, I'm always open, guys, to learning from other people. Always. But it's important for me to always risk my own capital on a strategy and make sure it works before I share it with anybody. Because I don't want anybody to be like, hey, you taught me this and that, and then I lost my money. I don't want that. I want you to paper trade 100 times one strategy. Okay. So paper trade. Do the fibs 100 times, paper trade it, and see if it's profitable for you. See if it works for you. Maybe you're not good at getting fills. I don't know. There could be 100 issues, but try it out and give it a chance. Okay. As always, check me out at tradingwars.com. Here is the Fib and Option Mastery book. This is the first book I wrote, my bestseller. Part 1 is all about the fibs. Here is the step-by-step, basically the table of contents for you. Everything here, morning, afternoon, opposing legs. Here is a YouTube video series that I did that you can watch, right? And you can watch this whole, it's about 6 parts. You can watch this tonight. You can learn a lot on the fibs as well there. And then if you really like it, if you make some money, grab the book. Part 2 of the book talks about how you take the Fibonacci and you automate it with options. So how you can do automated options trading with the fibs. That's something that I love to do, especially on swing trades. I love to do that. All right. If you grab a copy of the book, you can trade with us live on Monday. Everyone that gets the book gets 1 month for free. Okay, that's my promise to everybody. It's not enough to have the education, but you also need to have the experience. Come to the community, paper trade, whatever you want to do, risk small, just observe, whatever. Okay, it's a great community that we have, great traders. If not, you can check me out on the main page for the regular subscriptions. Anyways, other than that, guys, I wanted to do some scans on Trendspider and show you what I had for swings, but it's not working out right now, so I'll probably redo it tomorrow. The other thing that I want to say is anyone that's in the Discord right now, any of my members, we're doing the Trading War seminar number 2 on next Sunday. We're doing the seminar number 2. So the first one was a big hit. It sold out. We went through all the systems. I went through my trades. I went through the profitability. I showed every trade. It's for my members, okay? Because those are the people that are serious about this. All right. So if you're a member, don't forget next Sunday. Okay. That's when the seminar is. Otherwise, in that, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you can take these strategies. I hope you can take my indicator and make your trading better. Whatever you want to do, I just want to make it better for you. Please comment, like, subscribe. Tomorrow I'll be doing giveaways. So make sure you comment because you'll have a chance to win a giveaway tomorrow. Make sure you comment on this video. Okay. Thank you for giving me your time on a Saturday night. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.